adjustments did you make after the that first set, especially the start of the block, which really dominated the first match?
Well, a lot of it was serve and pass. I mean, we just got served off the court the first game, so we really never could get going. You know, it makes our offense very, you know, we're just keeping the ball in play, and then they can come at you with 2 or 3 options, one-on-one blocking. You know, so a lot of it started with our serve and pass. You know, we continue to talk to, we call it delay, but delay block on Whitman especially. You know, she jumps really well, and the set was a little bit high, and when you're just a little bit early, it allows for that hitter to get kills. So we just talked about communicating and delaying that block a little bit. And you know, we just started to pass. I think that was huge because it allowed us to get in a rhythm and allowed us to put a little bit more pressure on them.
How about shutting down Minnesota's middles and Tori Dixon with 4 kills on the night?
I don't know that we did anything special. I feel like we have 2 very, very physical middles. We might have, you know, the 1-2 punch between Straube and Matlock. They're just so physical, and so if they have just, you know, a split second, if they have just a little bit of time to get up, they're going to cause problems for the middles on the other side. And I think it's just the fact that we have 2 very, very athletic middles, and you know, we do that a lot. I feel like, you know, we really can make teams uncomfortable because we're pretty physical that way.
How do you fix, I mean, passing? It seems like that's kind of a product of their serving, a little bit of nerves. What do you do?
You know, you just tell them to stay confident with it. You tell them just get the ball in the middle of the court. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it up so we can set someone, and don't try to be perfect with it. We tried to some 2 passing a little bit, so you know, some of the time we really only had Hawk and Han back there, or Mahoney and Han, so we tried to just take a little bit of pressure off some of our other passers, and I think that helps them just get a little break mentally, and then we can insert them back in passing if we need to.
Her, for being a freshman, I mean, she really came up big in some critical times. Just talk about her match tonight. Does she play bigger in kind of this big atmosphere?
She might be the most competitive player I've ever coached, and you know, I don't know if you saw her body language after she got a kill. I mean, she isn't afraid of anything, and that's such a rare, beautiful thing to have. You know, you can tell. It's just you really need to watch her and pay attention to her if you haven't already. She just is a competitor, and she doesn't care how big the block is. She doesn't care if she's had 5 errors. So, you know, she's going to keep coming at you. And I think, you know, Victoria would be the first to tell you that she's not technically a perfect player yet. You know, she's got a long ways to go. But because she's so competitive and so aggressive, and she has such a big arm, she's going to get a lot of kills just because she's so competitive. And it doesn't always look technically perfect, but you know, it's just such a mental game, and she's got that going for her.
What do you think that, you know, this year your team is a little better in late game situations, and you were on the same court last year? Where does that attitude kind of come from, or why is it different?
Certainly experience, no question. You know, we've got a very veteran core that returned from last year, and when you lose a lot of close games one year, the next year you're bound to win a lot more of those because you know now, you understand the decision making under that stress and how to handle pressure better. So I think it's just a lot about experience.
What would you do when Kelsey was serving at 49-29?
You know, for some reason, and I don't know why, but I really wasn't too worried. You know, I felt like I was confident she would get the ball in play, and really that's all we needed at that point. I felt so confident in our block and our defense and our transition. I thought if she could get this ball in play, I think we've got a great chance. And Kelsey has had an unbelievable senior year. She's had ups and downs her whole career, and it's kind of fitting that, you know, she should be the one to try to handle that kind of situation, and she did exactly what she needed to do.
Okay, time for a couple more.
Coach, that was just, some of the volleys out there were long and they were unbelievable. What does it feel like to play that good of volleyball down the stretch here?
You know, we had a little, you know, the past few weeks we just did not play well. You know, I was worried that maybe we had peaked too early and we were just not in that groove that you need to be in going into the tournament. You know, we didn't play well against A&M the last conference game. We didn't play well against UW Milwaukee the first NCAA tournament game. We finally found our groove against Miami last weekend. So it's kind of a relief to see that again. You know, to see us play at that high of a level for so long against such a great team, a team that doesn't give you anything. You know, that keeps the pressure on all night, and it gives me. It's just a good place to be. You know, we're in a good rhythm. We're fighting. I feel like we're confident. It's a good place to be.
Okay, last one.
A lot of emotion tonight, and then you got to turn around tomorrow and play the Final Four. How do you handle that quick turnaround?
Yeah, very emotional evening for us. We just talked about, enjoy this for the next hour. Visit with your parents a little bit, but let's get to bed. And then, don't live on tonight. Tomorrow we got to take, be very businesslike and serious and get after it. So enjoy it for a little bit, but just don't lose sight of the fact that we've still got, a lot to do and a lot to prepare for. I think this team's pretty mature. I found them to handle things like that very well. So I feel good about them being able to get back to business tomorrow.
Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations.